Fullers is a company that I actually have a lot of respect for. I have a respect for their founding and individuals like Keith Johnson, and I commuted from 97 to 2009 full-time myself, and so have a familiarity with the service. But it worries me that due to outside forces, i.e. the price of gas, we can excuse inordinate prices over and above what becomes affordable for long-term commuters to be able to go about their work in town.
My name is Susi. I live on Waiheke Island, and I'm a regular commuter, daily commuter in fact, on the ferry because I work in town. Since I've been commuting, I believe the prices have gone up not once, not twice, not 3 times. I believe this might be the 4th time since I've been commuting, and I find it outrageous.
My name is Hans, and I'm a member of the campaign for fair ferry fares on Waiheke Island. We would like to protest this new round of fare increases that Fullers is implementing. It's the 2nd price increase in 6 months.
Those who live here, who are finding the cost of living more and more difficult to contend with, and having to move off the island and sell up, and slowly but surely this island is being displaced of the people that were here long before I got here, and that's something we need to protect and defend.
I mean, there are no jobs on Waiheke. A lot of us have to commute. Soon I won't be able to afford to commute. What does that mean? That I have to move my whole family off the island? A lot of people are talking about this. This is the reality. So in the end, it'll only be the very wealthy that will be able to sustain living on Waiheke and travelling to town to work.
The latest price rises are done by Fullers because of the fuel prices. That's what they justified by. Well, the oil price is way below the $160 a barrel 2 years ago, when they increased their prices from 300 to 340. The CPI hasn't risen over the last year by the amount that they've increased the ferry price in the last 12 months. So it's the result of having to deal with a monopoly ferry service.
There needs to be a competitive rival ferry transport company on Waiheke Island, competitive prices, so that you're not the only ones in this business.
When Fullers had competition on the Waiheke service, the monthly pass was $199. It's the only time that it significantly decreased because of the competition from Pacific Ferries. And since then it's increased to $350 over 10 years, which is way higher than the CPI, so it is basically monopoly price increases because they have a captive market and they can.
Yeah, I don't think it's good enough. A lot of people have been talking about it. A lot of people are really dissatisfied.
The solution to this could be to say we have a locals rate far below what currently exists for Captain's Club members, and offset the discounted locals concession with a high price line for tourists. If you could have a 2-tiered pricing strategy, and perhaps I'd go as far to say as a Waiheke card rather than a Captain's Club card. A Waiheke card that could be used at the supermarket and maybe at gas stations and at the ferry terminal alike. If a adult return costs $30 currently, or $35, whatever it is, take a median and you cut it either side. You can make it 20 for locals and 40 for tourists to help make up for what the concession you're applying to local tickets. Depending, of course, on the ratio of tourists to locals. There's an oversupply of tourists. This island is amazingly attractive, and for good reason, to many foreign visitors. Fullers could more than make up for it over the warmer months. So that's something we could look at, and that's something that Fullers should interface with the community about. Cutting back and running at cost for locals, because we keep them going over the winter months, and then knocking it up for tourists during the summer months.
If I want to keep living on the island, and I do, because it's my community, I love the island, and I commute to town, then you guys need to say that this will be your last price increase, because there will be lots of us who can no longer afford to use your service.
I'd like to see ferry users group, FUG, use some of their sway and their huge membership to say, buy tickets en masse and allot them to their members at a discounted rate. If you buy, 800 monthly passes, you should get them at a discounted rate. That's how free market economics is meant to work. Fuller's loses the risk in having to sell 800 tickets on an individual basis. So large organisations like that are lobbying forces and can provide something back for the ordinary person. It's a powerful body of people and should be used to that effect.
I would like to know what Waiheke Islanders are going to do when the ferry price, the monthly pass, will cost $500 a month or $1,000 a month, because Fuller's can and Fuller's will.